Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about incest. Let's talk about a mom and her grown son fucking.
He's 43, she's 62. You do the math.
She had him when she was only 19.
Which is not shaming teen moms, but they shouldn't have fucked.
Welcome to the Degenerate Nation podcast, episode 281. I'm here with Patrice. We're on the casting couch appropriately to talk about, well, first off, incest.
Oh, yeah.
Not only incest, Boston area incest. Massachusetts incest.
Ma, I like it, Ma.
Why don't you give it a little harder, Ma?
Ma. Oh, gosh.
Jersey.
I hope my sister doesn't come in from around the corner.
From around the corner shop.
She's parking the car. I'm gonna park my car.
I parked my car and my penis and my... God damn it. I parked my penis and my mother.
My mother's got a parking garage.
Once you start doing Jersey or like a Borat, it like ruins for everything else.
It's tough to back out of Jersey.
Or Borat. It's tough to get out of Jersey. You're right. It's hard to get out of Jersey.
I bet it wasn't hard getting out of his mom.
No, consider she's like 60-something, and maybe she hadn't been... I'm guessing she hadn't been fucked in a while, though, if she's fucking her son. Like, yeah, because you want it to be tight.
Yeah, you would think... Taking the incest aside...
Yeah, you want it to be good.
When you get down to the brass tacks.
Yeah, you want it to be good. You don't want to be, like, so blown out, you know?
No, man, you don't want to feel like you're trying to, firing a rubber band down a hallway.
Yeah, you want a tight, taut 62.
Yeah, as tight and taut as 62 can get.
As tight and taut as 62-year-old that is okay with incest can get. Because if she's down with that, she's probably down with other things. You know, that's not like a kink you go straight to.
Yeah, you've got to work your way up to that. That's a great point. I'm now curious what else she's done before being like, you know what the cherry on top is, Martha?
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck my son.
Yeah. What did she talk about in her book group?
Yeah.
Her Oprah book club spawned book groups is that, we're going to read Big Little Lies today. Oh, I got a Big Little Lie. I want to get off my chest. I fucked my son.
It was great.
I recommend y'all fuck your sons or daughters.
Yeah. If y'all got a son, that's preferred. But anyone within the direct family genetic makeup will do for incest.
What if it's a daughter and a mom? Is it like, and this is strap-on? Does it count as incest?
No, they just call that getting drunk on a Tuesday night.
Is that just like foreplay?
It's like, oh, they were just messing around.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just Cheryl being Cheryl.
Cheryl's horsing around. That's her name.
Cheryl. Oh, sorry.
You didn't mean to say that. That's okay. She's so basically, like, they were getting it on the couch. They wouldn't even take it to a room. How savage is that?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it, let's just go on the couch. And the guy's wife, he has a wife.
Yeah.
So this wife of his comes in.
This wife's like, what in tarnation?
What the fuck is this?
Even though they're from Boston.
Yeah. What the hell? Well, I just assume they're from Boston because it's from Massachusetts, and that's not like such a rednecky state. Boston is like kind of a different place entirely.
Yeah,
have you noticed
I feel like they're
met
from Southie.
From Boston?
They're from Southie.
Yeah, you know, he had a Boston Bruins hat on in the picture they provided in the article. Man. We won't link to the article, but you can look it up. It's there's not a lot of incest cases.
Yeah, so be careful what you search. If you just search incest and then you accidentally type porn after it, it's going to take you a long time to find the article.
Yeah, because there's so much stepsister porn. Like, so much. And this is real mom and brother stuff. Like,
yeah, maybe they
mom and son. God damn it.
Maybe they watch too many of those videos.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that could be us. Oh, hey, Ma!
I think from what they said, they were like, we just got carried away. I was like,
where did you start?
I know, and this just started with some kissing.
It was just a little, first there was a little kiss cheek.
Yeah, kissing.
Or cheek kiss. And I was like, ooh, that awoken something inside me.
Some powers that come, some could be considered unnatural.
This feels unnatural.
Yeah.
But I like it.
I know, right? God, he got it up and in, man, and his mom.
If you were, would it be
He's known her for 43 years!
It's not like
it was 43 years of build-up. I mean, maybe not the first, 14 years, but
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was an early bloomer. Maybe at like 9 years old, he's like, oh, yeah, my mom's fucking sexy.
Someday
I'm gonna smack that ass. I'm gonna do it right there on that couch.
I killed my father. I have an Oedipus complex.
Oedipus Rex. Oedipus T-Rex, because I'm a kid and I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, so they're getting charged with felonies and up to 20 years. Now, my question for the Degenerate Nation and to my co-host Patrice here is, should that be an actual crime if they're adults and there's no... If it was consensual, as much as it can be, they're adults and there's no sign, there's no diagnosable mental... illness, like in terms of like schizophrenia or like a developmental disorder or something, like because I feel like if someone has bipolar or depression or something, like they can make a decision still.
I agree. I also think,
but someone that has bipolar, like manic side, is more likely to fuck their mom.
Yeah,
they're more likely than the general public, because of the manic, like, impulsiveness to, I guess, fuck their mom. But it's not a common thing even for people with manic, like hardcore manic tendencies.
Yeah, your ups are not like, oh man, I'm so fucking, dude, I'm doing so well today. I got so much to do.
I'm gonna fuck my mom.
I'm gonna fuck my mom. However, I envisioned in my head, as you said, schizophrenia. Maybe mom had schizophrenia, and. You know, the guy was like, "Hey, Mom, what do you make for dinner?" And she's like, "I'm not your mother anymore. I'm Mary Lou." And he's like, "Oh shit!
That means that's my window is.
That's my window.
I'm gonna crawl through that window.
Waiting 2 years for this."
Oh, and my wife.
Thank God for late onset schizophrenia.
And my wife will understand. Yeah, and then the wife called the fucking police.
Yeah, like. Did she call the cops like while looking at them on the couch? Like,
give me a rat in Southie, man.
911. What's your emergency? My husband's fucking his mother.
Yeah, my mother-in-law's fucking my husband. She's a whore.
He always said he fucking hated her. He guess now he just fucks her.
He's hate fucking his mom. I don't know what. Like.
Yeah, this is for my repressed memories about not letting Daniel come over after school in 5th grade.
Oh my god. I don't think they got to finish because they got caught.
I bet he finished real quick.
You think so? I feel like it's either like he finished right away, or it's one of those things you really settle in because of the comfort level with the person.
And I guess in this scenario, the comfort level couldn't be higher.
No, there's no level of comfort higher than
fucking your mom.
Than incest, where you don't immediately blow.
Yeah. I think I agree. I think it's kind of a
right. You're done, or it's a long time. Yeah, it's one or the other.
I think
you're not going 10 minutes, 5 minutes. No. You're going like 5 seconds or like an hour and a half.
Oh, that's a long hour and a half.
Do you want hour?
That's power hour plus, baby.
Yeah, power hour plus. Oh god.
Oh my god.
And there's pictures of you together in the background. On the piano.
And you're like, oh, that was my recital. Yeah. Oh, that's when Dad...
I used to play that piano.
I'm playing my mom's keys.
Yeah.
F sharp on your tits, Mom.
So do you think it should be, not... Okay, I don't think it should be legal. Because it can result in... It's negative for the state. Because you have more people that... could produce children together, brothers and sisters and stuff, that would have severe issues potentially.
Correct.
And then the state has to take care of them, and so it's more money on the state. And I think it's more of that than a moral issue for the state.
Yeah, for the state. I would say not for individuals.
I like the state that it's for the state and not for me. For me, I think it's really fucked up. I feel like that the mother, son, and father-daughter that's really fucked up. The brother and sister is obviously very fucked up too, but
it's a little more normalized.
It's more normalized on like TV and movies and shit and literature and whatever, and Mormonism and you know.
Yeah, God, I bet Mormons incest all the time.
Probably.
They're like, "Oh, son, it's your 15th birthday."
Because there's 7 of them. Like,
I don't know if I am
what
a
if
German
there's
Mormon.
four sons and 3 daughters, and the one son's always left out of the incest?
He's like, "Oh, shoot, I get to live a normal life.
I'm going to be in politics."
You know
That's what
I'm
happened to Mitt Romney.
You know, it's like, I don't get enough attention around here. This dick hasn't been sucked in weeks.
So, in short, I would say that it should be in the legal gray zone where you don't, it's not legal, but you don't go to prison for it, because what's going to happen?
Are you saying they should decriminalize it?
Decriminalize incest. Decriminalized incest.
Oh, man. You just get in a citation and be like, what's he in for? Oh, no, he's just coming in for the citation. What'd he do? Fucked his mom.
He fucked his mom. So I don't know, because in that situation, in this particular scenario, is that something you can build a case on for other cases? Like, okay, well, this is 20 years in prison, or they're getting charged with felony. These other people should be charged with felony too.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't know the facts, but that raises a good point, because now I'm curious of, like, if there's been other cases that have, like, set a precedent of, like incest jail time, right? Like,
yeah.
And if they haven't, and these people actually go to prison for as many years as they're facing, was it up to 20?
Yeah.
I don't know how popular or how frequent, like, major incest cases are where, like, people get the police called them and it happens. But
Yeah.
if this goes through to, like, the full extent of the law, then, yeah, I think that's totally... Other people are going to be fucked after they fuck down the road.
Yeah, I feel like there's people fresh out of the law school that will be like, I'll get it.
Yeah.
I have a real opportunity here to be the incest guy. You know?
That's me. That's my bread and butter.
I'm a master of incest law.
Incest law. My secondary is tort law.
Yeah.
I don't know why I sound like a candidate.
Well, more closer to the Kennedy than these motherfuckers were.
God.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's so fucked up, man. I saw that and I was like, I will talk about this story. I will alienate people.
God.
By talking about this story. And
if you're an avid listener of this show, this is just another day in the cast, right?
Yeah.
But it boggles my mind that I want to know, like, the couple hours leading up to that point. If it was just like, part of me thinks, like, as much as I'm not. I was gonna say a word I shouldn't have said. I was gonna say I'm thinking about this situation.
Yeah.
That it was just like another normal day in the life, and then, like, something like a brush up against someone's arm or something led to, like, mom's hands are looking pretty good.
Mom's hands. She's got smooth hands for 62.
Wow, 62.
Those are taut hands. And like, I bet I know what else is taut.
What that hand do, Ma?
Yeah. Oh, God, Jesus.
It baste the turkey. It'll baste your penis.
It really, in your case, would start with a hand job, wouldn't it? Even your incest involves hand jobs in your world.
See, I think I was really hoping we were going to go this whole segment without referencing me and incest, but we just couldn't. We couldn't.
How was the film?
Speaking of incest, yeah, God, I don't know if I can. I feel uncomfortable segueing.
Oh, that's fucking great. Talk about your Facebook invite then.
Nah, fam's
good.
Actually, yeah. Well, fuck my family. How about that? They can.
Oh, that's what we were talking about.
Metaphorically. Nah, man, my family, family's good. I just changed. So I'm a young man still living at home with my family.
Yes.
And originally moved from. For our really hardcore listeners, you will know why Patrice ended up moving rooms in his family household. I moved from my sister's old room to my other sister's old room. The reason for that first moving, you got to go back and find it in an episode because I don't
know which one it was.
I don't know. You got to find it. It's something about a mattress. Got a new mattress.
Yeah.
And finally moved everything back in to said room. That's my big news.
Yeah.
Patrick moved in. Yeah.
Patrick moved, making moves.
Making moves. My parents, though, they've been giving me a really hard time recently about, like, sleeping in too long.
Yeah.
And taking naps. It's like, man, I don't really have anything else to do. I have a bum shoulder.
Yep.
I'm taking classes.
Yep.
I'm getting all my classwork done. Like,
it's good.
Right as it's assigned. Who gives a shit if I sleep more? It's...
I don't know, parents.
I mean, my parents
that don't try to fuck their kids try to care about that shit.
Yeah, maybe I have the wrong type of parents.
You need a type of mom that tries to,
Yeah, Patrick, you awake?
Are you awake? You can stay where you are, honey.
If you're not awake, say yes. Oh, you didn't say nothing.
We gotta outro this episode with that song "Alive" from Pearl Jam. If you know that song is about.
Is it about incest?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Was it like?
It's funny. It's like seeing such a rallying cry song, but it's about sort of about incest.
Is it about incest, or is it
sort of about incest? Because it's based on very loosely. He didn't suffer any incest, but
that's good.
Eddie Vedder is based on finding out that at age 13 or 14 that his dad wasn't his real biological dad, and his real dad was dying or had died, and then the mom in this song crawls into bed with the son because he's starting to look so much like the biological father. Oh,
dude, that's great. Yeah. I guess great songwriting, but
it's great songwriting.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. I'm still alive. Yeah.
I'm still alive.
I'm alive. Yeah.
What was I just thinking of?
Your parents.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and say, hey, how's the podcast? Oh, it was great. What'd you talk about? Incest? Just drop the mic and be like, what?
For 12 minutes?
At least.
13 minutes, something like that.
So yeah, man. I'm fighting off some discrimination and
what are they discriminating against?
They're discriminating against free sleep, man.
Free sleep,
man.
I sleep a lot too. I just had to talk with my psychiatrist today. I was like, I don't stay up till 4 a.m. or nothing, but I was like, I stay up late and I'm gonna work on it, but no matter what time I seem to go to bed, I wake up somewhat in what my version of the middle of the night is. Yeah. I go to the bathroom and I come back and I have more bad dreams, and then the dreams make me sleep longer, and I'm tired all the time anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm awake, I'm tired all the time. So we went out to get titty ass blizzards before this, and that woke me up, which is great because before that I was sluggish as fuck.
Yeah. I've literally been feeling like a slug the last 2.5 weeks. My dreams have been the same, and I typically wake up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom twice. Mm-hmm. 9 times out of 10, it's in the toilet. 1 time out of 10, it's in my mattress.
Yeah, that's a pretty good ratio. Only once every about 2 weeks are you pissing your bed. It's pretty good for a sober person.
That's not bad. I would say I'm around middle of the road there. Some people probably string together I don't know, 25 years.
I haven't pissed my bed since I was 8, man.
Yeah, so probably about 25 plus years. So that's cool.
I've had the beginnings or in middle of coitus interrupted because I had to pee before and had the situation just end.
Yeah,
more than once.
That's
because you give them time to
But that's entirely different.
Yeah. But it still sucks. I remember on the march to hooking up with this girl in college, and then I was like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. And she's like, all right, and I go come. I felt it taking clock because I know this. Yeah. I know this game. You know, I was like, because she had a boyfriend.
Ooh.
So I was like, something's gonna happen if I don't get back in there quick.
Yeah.
And go back, get into bed, and we get back to where we're heading, which was illicit. Mm-hmm. You know, it was a sophomore.
Yeah, and too illicit of a story to share after an incest story. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't our incest story. So, I might have lost my virginity that night, and instead, it was I don't know if we should do anything. I was like, you do know because you just said it. It's that's fine. But then I'm like, why do we schedule a class together next year? I didn't say that, but we totally
you guys
did.
Scheduled class?
Yeah. We were going to be in the same science class.
Was that like a fun interaction when that time came around?
No, it was diminished.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
She's like, oh man, I'm envisioning this. They're like, oh, professor, can I use the restroom? And she's like 3 rows back. She's like, typical.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if she kept her relationship or what. I think she did, but whatever, not my problem.
No, well, the relationship wasn't. You peeing was certainly your problem.
Oh, probably. If they stayed together, it was because I had to pee.
That's a great. I like that. That's silver lining.
Exactly. I would have eradicated that relationship.
Oh, 100%. She would have been like, he's so good for me. We scheduled classes together.
Yeah.
You never wanted to take chemistry.
You can't get into this university. That was the reality of it, probably.
Oh, shit.
Probably the reality.
Oh, was she an older gal and he was a younger boy?
No. She was the same grade. She was the same class as me.
Oh, cool.
But he didn't go to school there.
He went to trade school, which he thought was a great option.
Trade school is a great option.
I know. Well, it is now. I'm just kind of making fun of people.
And before.
I did not mean to.
My brother went to trade school. He made like 3 times as much as us.
Okay. I'm gonna backtrack and say, I think trade school for some people is great, and if you make your own career with it and you start your own business through trade, fantastic.
Yeah.
But I met a couple people in rehab that are like, yeah, man, before I relapsed this time, man, I was like 3 weeks into my apprenticeship to be an electrician. It was going great, dude. Trade school's the way to go, man. And I was like, yeah, no.
Why isn't it the way to go?
Just because, like, all I'd heard about at that time was, like...
So your sole impression of trade school was people in rehab?
Yes and no. Like, people that are like, oh, I'm just starting in trade school, man. It's like, okay, and how's that going? Oh, my friend and I OD'd last night. I made it. He didn't. It's like, okay, and trade school? Oh, dude, it's getting put on the back burner.
Yeah, for like 15 years. While you relapse again and again.
Oh.
Go Facebook. Go talk about
Facebook. The Book of Faces. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not big on Facebook anymore. I know I've told you that before. I'm just like...
As in no one follows you, or...
No, I'm... dude, my follower base... No, man, I don't spend enough... Oh, fuck that. I don't spend enough, I gotta spend a lot of time on there. I'll go on Reddit, or I'll occasionally hop on the grams of the Instas.
Yeah.
But I went back in earlier today, and had like a couple friend requests from people like I knew in college that are actually like cool people. So I was like, yeah, man, how's it going, Ethan?
Yeah.
I'll confirm you. And then, I don't know if you ever get these, but every once in a while, I get these fake, like, they're like legitimate friend requests, but they're from fake profiles. Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah, definitely. It's always women.
It's always...
there's sometimes guys.
I got
like
one...
Young men or whatever.
Yeah, I found a guy...
From other countries, it looks like, from the looks of them and their names and stuff.
Typically not United States
citizens. No mutual
friends.
friends.
Yeah. So I got this one from, I was scrolling through, found Betty St. John. And I was like, ooh, Betty. But, mind you, the St. John was spelled all lowercase and no space or period after
Betty's
Saint.
like a 1930s name.
Yeah, this is like Betty. Going out with my best gal, Betty.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to go down to the Keno and throw some dice.
Throw some dice at the Keno shop, and I'm going to buy her an elixir.
An elixir. We'll see what happens then. Hopefully I make it to a home run like Babe Ruth.
If not, I can always go back to Mother.
You know, Mother, she's great. Cheryl's her name.
Cheryl's a fresh painted nails, Cheryl.
Cheryl, she's a wee bit older than I. She's 62, but...
Okay, she gave birth to me. Okay, see?
Okay, see? What's the big fuss? You were saying a boy's best friend is his mother, huh?
I went in the outdoor, see?
I was quicker than lickety-split.
You're literally going in the outdoor for you.
Yes, you are. I mean, that could have been two... I went in the outdoor, but not the back outdoor.
Oh, the anal? Oh.
The anal. Is it considered incest if you have anal?
Yes.
I was just... a thought raised in my head. They're like, now listen, Mom. There's a loophole.
We found a loophole.
We found a Loophole number one.
The lawyer does.
The lawyer
got just past the bar in Massachusetts.
Just past the bar, they're like, listen, they just decriminalized incest, number one.
Yeah, it's decriminalized.
Number two.
Thanks, Bernie.
Look at what social health care does for us.
He influenced it. It was Elizabeth Warren fucking decriminalized incest. Oh. She's Massachusetts, right?
I think so. Oh. She's like, I'm 1/16 Navajo.
Yeah.
And I fucked Chief Wakamakanuka.
She's not even 1/16.
Yeah, whatever she is.
Like 89th or some shit, if that.
Enough.
Made her whole fucking career.
Yeah, it was enough to have her put it on like her demographic section on her college apps.
Yeah, that's great. She still had to work hard.
Yeah, but she's a woman, so
she couldn't just take a bunch of powwows and.
She could have fucked her way to the top.
Oh, like the other one?
Yeah. Like,
we won't get into their politicians.
Yeah.
That's a different episode.
But
I want to fuck my way to the middle.
Yeah, I do too. I just want to be comfortable.
My way back to you, babe. Oh.
So I want to get back to my best gal, Betty St. John.
Okay.
On Facebook. So this, the message I received. This wasn't a message. This was her updating her profile picture back on May 20th. This was her most recent update. And the post reads as the following. Hello, men. Do you like sex?
Yes.
I started a new group of adults for WhatsApp.
Okay.
There are many single girls here who need good sex.
They need good sex.
They always need good sex. You can participate here without spending any money.
Oh, I'm in.
I'm done.
Is it Betty? Betty what? St. John's?
Betty St. John.
I'm gonna look that up.
Baby. You can have sex with your type of girl.
Desperate? Perfect.
Yeah, they're leaving it open to your imagination. Certainly. Are you looking for a partner?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I'm definitely looking. This sounds up your alley. I don't see the problem yet.
Are you interested? With 4 question marks?
I mean, yeah.
Register first and find your satisfaction with 4 exclamation points. Click here. The website.
You gotta register, man.
Website is allaboutadults10.netlify.com.
Perfect.
If that's not a reputable
Can
domain,
you click on the website?
I can sure try.
You don't want to?
I don't want a virus from an Indian corporation on mine. And I only say Indian. I'm not discriminating against Indians here. So I only say India because. So after this beautiful, beautiful message from Betty St. John, I decided to poke around, and these fake profiles always have like the same template. I swear they must like think if I put up one profile picture of a white girl and one cover photo, like a banner photo of multiple girls, they don't even have to be. The one girl doesn't even need to be in the same picture as the other girls. No, it's bonus points if they are, because that means this person who probably doesn't live in the same country as you. Yeah. Typically, they're outsourced overseas. They're not real. So I poked around a little bit. I was like, oh, that's definitely fake. And looked and saw. Funny thing, and it's happened before on these. I had a couple mutual friends. Those mutual
fake person?
To a fake person. And those mutual friends were like 4. They're always dudes, number 1.
Yeah.
And they were like 4 deadbeat, like, douchebags from my high school that had done nothing. And I'm imagining they saw it was friend request from Betty? Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
She's pretty.
Dude, Betty St. John.
Oh, Betty St. John is so hot.
And so I was like, that's funny, number 1. And then number 2, I poked around and looked at the Betty's metaphorical likes on her Facebook page. And it turns out they were all likes for, like, Indian pages that were in, like, another language, like Farsi, I guess. Is Farsi Indian?
No.
Oh. Okay. Appropriation to the max. My bad.
I'm not cutting that because that's just general ignorance, and that's fine.
That's okay.
Farsi?
Hindi. Excuse me.
There you go.
They speak Hindi. But it was, like, 7 or 8 different pages about, like, celebrities in India and like Indian sports and all this shit, and then
some Bollywood Betty, baby.
Bollywood Betty, and I was like, wait, for a half moment, I was like, wait, maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh. Maybe she's just really into Indian shit. And then my reality kicked in and was like, no, this Betty person's not real. Whoever made this page, whoever dude, sad Indian man made this page, slipped up and decided to like his personal shit on the fake page.
They probably got all your info.
Well, I deleted the request.
No, but you probably, by spending time on it and the page and stuff, I bet, like, they got something on you.
Do you think he got more, say, if I had clicked the link?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know. Some financial information, which would just be sad for him.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to steal, so it's fine.
Okay, well, that's just a matter of, I didn't click on the link.
You're probably good. I mean, you probably only got one level of security risk then if you clicked on the like, or the page, or the fucking friend request, whatever. And, hunted around in there to find a reason to accept her. That seems like what you were doing. You should be honest about it.
No.
Yeah, you were like looking for a reason why she was the one.
I was trying to deduce my surroundings while I was on the page.
Well, you got. I'll come clean about Patricia's one of his dating profile things. He's got a lot of interest, and so instead of concentrating on that, he's sitting there dicking around with Bollywood Betty over here, and Paige is getting fished or whatever for information.
Nah, and it's part of the joke, but I have to defend myself here. No, I was not going for Bollywood Betty.
Yes.
But yeah, I will come clean. I have amassed a decent amount of likes on a dating app, and it's difficult to. It's not. Well, I shouldn't say it's not difficult. I'm just lazy, and I haven't sat down and gone through and accepted all the likes or messaged people as I should.
I don't know. I don't think you're lazy. I just think you're. You don't have a physical drive to do it.
Yeah, I would say that's probably pretty
Like
accurate.
a sex drive or like a desire to connect drive.
Why is that?
I don't know.
I'm not gay.
No, if you were gay, you'd be racking up the boy likes, and you'd probably be doing the same thing. You'd probably be like physically not very driven gay man.
Yeah, but you'd
still be vain. Like you're vain enough.
Okay, we're gonna X this.
No. Why? So, what are you wondering why you don't have that spark to not procreate, but sorta?
Well, I mean, the spark's there, but it's not there consistently. It's like it comes in moments throughout the day, but it's like that's not how that should be. I'm a 23-year-old man. That libido and energy drive should be optimal.
I don't know. Maybe you're already optimized.
Maybe I should stop taking extra strength Viagra.
Yeah, probably extra strength Viagra tablets isn't working for you. It's the dissolvable kind you drop in some Ecto Cooler in your case.
Yeah.
And
you know what? I think I just figured out how Mom Cheryl and her son.
All the extra Viagra.
Yeah, I think Mom probably slipped that into him. She's like, "Whoa, son, put that tall boy down." And he's
tall boy.
Mom, I'm not drinking beer. I'm not talking about beer, honey.
Yeah.
And he's like, well,
Cheryl, come on.
Does this mean I like my mom?
Call me mom. Call me mom. Call me mom.
Mama. Mama. Mama.
So as long as you're not sexually oriented that way, you're fine. You gotta go at your own pace, but you should take advantage of just. You don't have to be that into it. Just I
mean, I'm certainly.
Just say hello to him and get a conversation going if you're interested in talking to him,
Which I am. I think,
That sounded very non-committal.
I'm sure I am. I mean, I am.
Your commitment to, meeting women sounds about like my commitment to work.
Very little?
Very, very little. Very low.
I don't, it's important for me, or, I don't know. I'm not trying to convince. I'm past convincing you.
Yeah, you can convince me. Yeah. I see the garden of likes just sitting there, not being watered, and I wonder why.
I see through the lies of the Jedi.
Yeah, the Jedi are bullshit.
I don't know. I think my mentality is I'll get it. I'll get to it eventually.
They won't be interested anymore.
But hear me out. If over whatever duration of time I amass that amount of likes, I'm sure it'll happen again down the road. It's probably not going to be an anomaly.
My young Padawan It is always an anomaly. It can
come and go. It's a fickle beast.
It's a fickle. You're talking about young women on digital platforms.
Yeah.
That is as fickle a combination of things as possible.
Okay.
So take the low-hanging fruit and squeeze the juice.
Are you talking about their balls?
Yeah, their balls. Take their balls and squeeze their balls and squeeze the juice out of their balls.
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think you got a lot of potential there with these young fillies, and, you know, I was helping you a little bit. My lines.
Yes, you were.
My lines are great. I stand by my performance. I ought to charge people. Yeah, you get it for free, but I'll start charging.
You should. You should definitely
The
charge.
best one was this girl had a jean jacket on, and she didn't have anything else in her profile that really stood out.
She didn't.
And I was like, say, hey, I have that same jean jacket in white.
Which is funny as shit.
Funny. But either way, you got a chuckle out of it.
There you go.
So it's funny. And then she responded, like, oh, twins, or some shit.
And then I think you pushed, you like, didn't get out while you were ahead.
Yeah,
then
of
you were
course.
like, oh, say we need one in red. And then I never got a reply.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's okay. It's
alright. I'm batting 500
just
on
feel
that.
like my friend told me to say the second one.
Yeah, because that'll go over well.
I don't own my domain.
I don't think... I think once I actually get into the app and I start to message, it's fine. It's like opening the app, remembering that it's there. But I also have a problem, and we experienced this the other day, and like starting to craft a response, my mind goes all over the place.
You want to destroy it.
In so many funny ways.
Yeah.
Like, and that's terrible. But like, that's just what my mind jumps to.
I feel like one of the only ways I've ever destroyed an online chit chat was one time in California, like closer towards where I was leaving. I implied that Romney had a chance against Obama, and this girl was like all about Obama this, Obama that, and it's just like it didn't go anywhere. But that's okay. It wouldn't have gone anywhere anyways.
See, and that's my mindset about most of these. Is like, none of these are going to go anywhere. But that's not the right mindset to have.
Well, you're not wasting a lot of energy, unless you think of, unless you spend time thinking of like something to sabotage it with.
I typically think like.
Then you're like wasting.
I'll give an example. Our really, really, really avid listeners. If you're a huge Patrice fan, please let us know. Reach on out. You can contact us on many different platforms.
Yes.
You can reach us by email.
DegenerateNation@gmail.com.
You can reach us on the Book of Faces.
Degenerate Nation Podcast or Degenerate Nation.
And you can reach us on the grams of Insta.
Degenerate Nation Podcast.
And on the Twatter.
Degenerate Show.
Let me know how much you like me. Because I need that.
Patrice needs a boost because his garden of likes isn't producing fruit.
It's not.
He doesn't water it. So water his garden for him. Please. Tell him he's pretty. Tell him he can do better than shacking up with his mom. He knows he probably can, but he is really tempted.
It's.
He talks about it to me all the time. We go to confessional together.
Yeah, it's weird. They typically don't let two guys in there at the same time.
Yeah.
On one side, but I think we've been with Father McKinley.
Yeah.
And I've heard some rumors that he has a screen that, you know how like they have the screen from like your neck up, you talk through it. There's actually a hidden screen that's in like the form of a circle that is about like halfway down your waist.
Oh,
that
glory
pops
hole?
out. Yeah, and I think if we go in there again, both of us on one side, I think he might activate his trap door.
You get sucked, man. That's for you.
Law
you were in Catholic school. I just went to the CCD, man.
Yeah, well, dude, that's how they get you.
You got groomed. I only got partially groomed.
Nah, you're like a Russian secret agent. They're waiting to like say one thing in confession, and you're like, "Hail Mary, fellow Christ, the Lord is with me. Let me suck thy master's dick, and then get me free of all my sin."
You got full on groomed. You went 9 years of that shit.
Catholic
right?
school,
kindergarten too.
What's
Catholic kindergarten like?
Oh, that was just straight up kindergarten. And then they're like, "Hey, remember, Jesus loves you." And you're like, "I'm Timmy. You stole my blanket." Now, while we're on the topic, a institution for a religion that it's like a cult institution.
Of course.
It's like, dude, organized religions are synonymous with cults in my mind.
Your Catholic school, like, pretty good schooling though. Usually, if you throw out the other stuff you don't want to learn about. You're like, I mean, history class is a little suspect, but
here, the children. Here's that Jamestown. Mrs. Morrison, what are the why do they have people in chains? Oh, that's something that there's some misinformation out there, Teddy. That those were called slaves, but we're gonna skip over that entire portion of history.
Did you seriously skip that shit?
Dude, we barely covered slavery.
Well, there's got to be some middle ground between skipping it and having it forced down your throat, basically.
Yeah,
I feel like it should be like spend a little while on it and be like, this ran side by side. All these things that they were struggling to build civilizations and laws and industry. Like, the colonies were being supported financially by not having to pay people because they were chained people up
because they had
and making them work. They had slave labor, and so and it created issues for later. Like, only focus on that, maybe for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
because look how much time you're spending on it total. Like, I'm not saying like a couple weeks out of your whole career of talking about colonial era, because you don't really talk about it for that long, maybe a few months, right?
Yeah,
so
you go through it relatively quick.
Yes, but really lay it on fucking. If you're gonna do it,
you got lay it on hard and have it be one of the first things you do. Because I don't know, I took a history class at college here relatively recently, and I enjoyed the class, but it was very not heavily focused, but slavery and Black history was intertwined into the telling of United States history and European history as a whole. And so it came up in every single thing, and it was actually, I was like, man, I've never been taught it like this before. This is all true. Slavery and the belittlement and enslavement of African Americans has been present in cultures and histories of countries all over the world, but that wasn't all we were focusing on. It was hey, this stuff happened, but in part this stuff happened because African Americans, were enslaved. And so it's a progression. I don't know.
Was it a good class overall?
It was a good class. It was probably my most favorite history class to take.
It wasn't
they weren't jamming it down my throat.
Jamming it down your throat.
But there's certainly.
Yeah.
There's certainly. Did you hear Fairfax County, Loudoun, Prince William?
These are counties in Virginia.
These are counties in Virginia. This was on World News. It wasn't on World News. It was just on local. They're now going to be students are going to be taking African American history as a whole class
in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In every year of grade school.
Every year of grade school?
No, it'd be pretty wild.
Are they taking it in high school though?
Yeah, it's high school.
As required, with.
I don't know if it's required or if it's
government,
optional.
Instead of government.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Because what's more applicable to today?
Yeah. Government's more important than fucking history.
I know.
People were like, I don't. Okay, that's fine, but when, as an elective,
Yeah, an elective, cool.
Yeah, but, being required to take history of only one denomination of people, regardless of the accomplishments, it's.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
So much for history.
You saying that, then you're going to get the backfire of, well, that's what regular history is. And then it's well...
They talk about, George Washington Carver and Harry Tubman and shit.
No.
There's...
why is there not
why is there not more? Because, I don't make the connection. There was slavery. So, people were being held down.
Yeah. So,
and then you're expecting them, while simultaneously being held down, to also make appearances and writing the Constitution, and this and that.
They didn't have Time magazine for slaves.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why they didn't have they didn't have Ebony and Jet. They didn't have that shit.
That wasn't there yet.
That stuff. That was good. Those are good magazines.
I thought you were talking about the ebony porn category.
No. That's so they're requiring it.
I don't know my source well enough. I think it's an option. I don't think it's a required course now. Because
some kids struggle with history as is. So if you're going to require history, African American history, and government, and a civics class or whatever. That's a lot.
It is. I mean,
when they can just go completely uneducated and learn everything off Twitter when they graduate.
Which is,
that's what most people do.
That's what most people do.
Yeah.
And they're only the most intelligent people go on Twitter.
Only the most intelligent people retweet things.
Retweet them.
Retweeting is an act of showing
how smart you are.
How smart are you? It's like, I read this. I learned it, and I approve it, and I think my good fellows and ladies would
also
read
approve.
This as well. Yes.
And
I think it should be an elective. I think you should take one history and one government course.
Yeah, and if you between those histories, you can take African American history, world history. Yeah. You could take fucking Chinese history.
Yeah, civics, Far East history, or what? Can you say Far East?
I think you say Middle East.
No, that's different. There's Middle Eastern too. Far East. You don't know what the Far East is?
The Far East is Asia.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is like China and Japan and shit. So Asia, not like Middle East, Asia.
No, well, actually, part of Asia is in the Middle East.
You mean part of Middle East is in Asia?
Or Asia as a whole.
Asia's the continent.
Asia is the continent. The Middle East trickles into
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump on your Catholic school education.
Oh, that's where we're going to go. I could probably run circles around you in spelling.
No, I'm a good speller. I'm a writer.
We had one of our classes on our report card was spelling. We had spelling class.
In 8th grade, you had spelling class?
I had spelling every year.
Did you get progressively better? Or
I'm actually like a really good speller because of that.
I believe it.
I'm also really good at keeping secrets.
Is there something you want to talk about your relationship to your mother or father? You will keep the secret. You won't say.
No, man. I'm taking this to my grave.
What have we learned so far today, Patrice?
We learned that arousal can happen fairly quickly.
Arousal can happen quickly.
Indian men tend to make fake profiles of white girls.
Yes.
And on top of that, my parents are overbearing assholes.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're not attracted to them sexually, you'll be fine.
I don't know, man. They keep bothering me. They're going to build up some hate.
What happens with hate?
You fuck it out.
Odio hate you to make you stronger. Patreon.com/Degenerate Nation. Please give us money so Patrice won't fuck his parents.
Decriminalize incest.